Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. We have part of the Gregory family with us. We have Mr. Jason Gregory on the far end of the table. And in the middle, we have Miss Madeline Gregory. Uh, Thank you for coming, Miss Madeline. She's one of three little girls. Who are your sisters?
My sisters' names are Olivia and Emily.
Okay. And you've got Emily with us, but your older sister, she's off at a camp with church. She's in Andalusia at a I guess you call it a getaway church camp. Okay. Well, we have a big event coming this Saturday in Brundage, Alabama. It's their 4th of July celebration. And you are, what's your title? Petite Miss Brundage?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you'll be on a float. And I believe the parade starts at 9 o'clock
That's correct.
this Saturday. If you'll show that flyer for us, Nate. But the town of Brundage, they typically have their 4th of July parade the Saturday before the 4th of July. And it's called the Independence Day Extravaganza, June the 25th. It will begin at 9 o'clock. There's a classic car cruise in and showing. Then the Little Miss and Miss Brundage, along with their beauty queen recipients, will be on a float, and then they're having a big ceremony, I think, at the Bass House. There's going to be a cook-off contest as well. There'll be arts and crafts and food vendors at the Bass House greens or grounds. And what's this cow plop cash prize bingo? Do we know what that is exactly, Jason?
Forrest, I'm telling you, it's going to be fun down there in Brundage. They're going to mark off one of the fields out there, and they're going to let a cow run around. Everyone's going to play these bingos, and if they pick the square where the cow
Goes to
uses
the
the
bathroom.
restroom, then that person's going to win.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. And then, of course,
What's the Kiss the Pig? Kiss the Pig contest. And I think what you can do, you can vote. You can go online, and you can use your smartphone. And there's a couple of places that you can go vote. And there's 6 contestants in Kiss the Pig, and I believe y'all supposed to kiss it around. Oh, there they are. It's Miss the mayor, Isabel Boyd. She's a contestant. Brian McDaniels, the owner of Jackson Hardware. Of course, Jason Gregory, a premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy. Mark Hertz, the new football coach at Pike County High. Mr. Don Dickert of CL Dickert Lumber. Rodney Drish, he's the Pike Elementary principal. And whoever receives the most votes will kiss the pig somewhere around the 6 o'clock hour.
that's
or do we
right.
know?
And it's going to be fun. It's all in fun.
Okay.
But you know, the idea came from raising money, raising awareness. Hey, it's good to give back to your city of Brundage, and they've got a lot of things in the works down there, and it's always a good opportunity. And we just thought it was a fun idea to do. I'm from Columbus, and they've done that before in Columbus, and it really was a good turnout. And what it is, hey, if you want to see one of those 6 people on there kiss that pig, donate for their cause. And every dollar is a vote.
Right.
So,
And I think y'all do a lot of events with the Brundage Business Association. I know they give scholarships to people and do different things for the community, and that's a worthy cause. But I hope there's a 6-way tie.
Yes, sir.
thank you, Forrest. I'm hoping Brian McDaniel's watching right now, because I just want him to know I'm voting for him.
Okay, Brian McDaniels. And we had Miss, do you know Miss Latera Baxter, Miss Baxter? Well, tell us a little bit about the pageant that you were in. About how long ago was that, Madeline?
It was maybe a few months ago.
A couple of months ago.
So,
And I believe there were like 6 or 8 categories, and but that's got to be exciting. Now you are, in your spare time, tell the audience what you do, you and your sister. What do y'all do as y'all's number one spare time event that y'all do on the weekends?
we barrel race.
Okay. And was that, did you have one this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what part of the country was that?
It was in Jackson, Mississippi.
Mississippi. Well, how did we do?
Olivia made the finals, and I got stuck in one of the
Okay,
things.
okay. But all three of you got to compete?
Yes, sir.
So does that trailer hold 3 horses, or how many horses do y'all take when you go?
Mostly 8, maybe?
8 horses in one trailer?
There were a bunch of them. Let's just say that.
Okay, a bunch of horses in one trailer.
Yes, sir.
And that truck out there totes all those horses?
It does.
Yes, sir.
What kind of truck does your daddy drive?
Um,
Do we know?
no, sir.
A Ram 3500.
Around 3,500. That's a lot of horsepower to do all that.
A dually, right?
Dually. Okay, well, good. Now, your horses, let's talk a little bit about rodeo a little bit more. How many horses do you actually ride?
2 horses.
And what are their names?
One of them's named Dolly, and the other one's name's Doc.
Dolly and Doc. Did you pick those names out?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they were already named when y'all got
Yes,
them?
sir.
Okay, so your baby sister is Emily,
Yes, sir.
and how many horses does she ride?
It's 1 or 2.
1 or 2? What are her horses' names? Do you know?
Blaze and the Blue-Eyed Bandit.
The blue-eyed, does he have blue eyes?
Yes, sir.
The blue-eyed bandit, okay. Now, Olivia is the oldest,
Yes, sir.
and she's off on a church trip, and she rides 2 horses as well.
Yes, sir.
And what are their names?
Their names are Big Mike and Jewel.
Big Mike and Jewel, okay. Now, that's a beautiful dress you have on. Red's one of my favorite colors. And what about, what grade will you be in next year?
4th grade.
4th grade, and you attend what school?
Pike Liberal Arts.
Pike Liberal Arts, okay. And school will be right around the corner before we know it.
Yes, sir.
Now, have you got a favorite subject in school?
Yes, sir.
What would that be?
That would be math.
Math, that is a good subject to like. Okay. Who was your teacher last year?
Her name's Miss Golditch.
Miss Gullidge. Okay, I know Miss Gullidge. You had a wonderful teacher. And the other 4th grade teacher is for 3rd grade teacher was Mrs.
Miss
Stroud?
Bruce.
Miss Bruce. Miss Bruce is the other one. Okay. So next year you'll either have Miss Stroud or
Miss Barron.
one of the 2. Do you know yet who you'll have?
No, sir.
It doesn't matter. They're both good. Well, that's great. And besides horse racing, barrel racing, what other events or what other activities do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
I like cheerleading.
Okay.
I go to gymnastics.
Where do you go to gymnastics?
At Extreme Athletics.
Okay, that's on the 231 South going toward Brundage.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Gymnastics. What else?
I like to read books. And I mostly just ride horses. so-
Okay. Well, what about an upcoming event that you're interested in that you did just a little bit before school got out?
Archery.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Your older sister, she did archery, so we'll have 2 Gregorys next year.
Yes, sir.
Maybe one day we'll have 3. But anyway, so again, let's recap, Nate, if you will. Let's go back to that Kiss the Pig and all that. I think he's just playing with you there.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good. But Kiss the Pig contest, you've got Mayor Boyd, Mr. McDaniels, Jason Gregory, Mark Hurt, Don Dickert, Rodney Drish, and you can vote for who kisses the pig. Online voting, you can go to several websites. You can go to the Brundage Business Association. I think you can go to the City of Brundage website, Jackson Hardware, Premier Dodge, the Pike Chamber of Commerce, and all those. And there's some businesses I think that you can go. Can they come in?
And for us, you know, they have posters out with all the pictures on it, and they have the QR codes. So you can just go up to the picture, scan that QR code, and you can vote right then and there.
Right. And
So,
then, and see
so anyone that's out wandering around, see one of those posters, pick out Brian McDaniel's picture and run them up.
Yeah. And so there we go. So go vote. Vote now. You can vote multiple times. And
And it's all
So-
for a good cause. City of Brundage, and their organization there. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. Got a lot of good things going on, and hey, we're just glad to be a part of it and be able to help out.
well, it's just like one thing I want to mention. The 4th of July, it's in celebration of our celebration as a country on July the 4th, 1776. And the city of Brundage, they celebrate theirs a week earlier than the city of Troy and then Meeksville and all that. And it's going to start with a parade at 9 o'clock. And a lot of floats, a lot of different cars will be there. A lot of beauty queens from other cities and counties will be there. There'll probably be a motorcycle or two, fire trucks here and there. But they're going to have food vendors, food trucks. They'll have arts and crafts. There's going to be a chip contest where a cow will make his mark. There's a chance to win money there. And of course, Kiss the Pig contest. And there's going to be some kind of luncheon or tea for the beauty queens somewhere. And I think there's kid activities at the library, at the Tupper Lightfoot Library, I believe. Some face painting and dart throwing and things of that nature. And then we have Kiss the Pig will be somewhere in the late afternoon. And then there's going to be a fireworks explosion later on at Bulldog Stadium. So this Saturday, the city of Brundage is the place to be. Is there anything you'd like to add, Madeline?
Hopefully y'all vote for my dad for Kiss the Pig. No offense, but go ahead and vote for him.
Okay. Well, Mr. Jason, anything else you'd like to add as far as that event that you'd like to mention?
Well, I mean, I just wish instead of me kissing the pig, they could have asked me to be the judge for the cook-off.
Yeah, that'd be a good.
But hey, it's all for a good cause. Hey, just go out and vote.
Yeah.
Please help us raise some money for good events in Brundage.
Well, do you like peanuts?
It
Could
just
you have-
depends on
Well,
what
turn
mood.
those peanuts around right there.
These?
Yeah, what's it? Yeah, all right, turn them all around. That's honey roasted, plain salted. Well, they're both honey roasted, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Well, pick one of those.
This
Those are the regular. Well, that's a gift for you for being on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. Jason Gregory will be back, and there's a big event for the Boy Scouts coming up this week. So stay tuned to Good News and Interviews, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
There's some great news about Oklahoma that's coming up. Tell us about it. What's happening?
We're going to go to a National Little Britches rodeo and compete in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma, that's Guthrie.
Guthrie, Oklahoma, at the Lazy E Arena.
And which girls are competing, Jason?
Madeline and Emily.
Madeline and Emily. And that's called again what?
The National Little Britches Finals Rodeo.
In Guthrie, Oklahoma. And congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Y'all will like Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma's the place to be because they can play softball, they can play in baseball. They're the national champions in gymnastics, and they're fixing to host a big rodeo competition.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
good luck with that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
well, thank you. Well, we're going to let you exit left,
Yes, sir.
but congratulations and with that. We got the Boy Scouts event coming up Thursday. Tell us about that, Mr. Jason.
Man, I'm telling you, we've got a really nice event laid out. My wife and I were actually hosting it at our home for the Boy Scouts of America, Friends of Scouting. We're giving back to all of our donors. And if you want to be a donor, you can stop by at the Troy Bank and Trust location. Stop by the Premier. And make a pledge. It's going to our local Boy Scouts and in our region, and just a really good organization that my wife and I we've supported in the past.
Not just Troy, but the regional. Is it the regional?
It's Troy Pike County is what we're targeting.
Okay.
But just really helping provide resources for the Boy Scouts. In their organization here in Pike County
Okay.
is our main focus.
And that and that event will take
That's going
place.
to take place on this Thursday evening,
Okay.
6:30 to 7. It's kind of a social event. Then we have some speakers about Boy Scouts and what your pledge will help provide for your scout. As well as a real nice dinner catered by Yanni and his crew. Steak dinner, shrimp, all the fixings with it. And we've also got Mr. Johnny Barron and the Tomb Raiders going to come
Okay,
play.
there you go.
A little entertainment. Man, that's going to be what a great event. It's going to be perfect. I know it may be a little warm, but it's going to start in the evening, so maybe it'll cool down a little bit. We've got refreshments. So it's really going to be a really nice deal. So
Okay. So if somebody would like to make a donation to the Boy Scouts in this area, you can do it at Troy Bank and Trust Company or stop by Premier Dodge.
that's correct,
And
and,
make
we
a
can help facilitate that.
Okay.
And make sure we get it to the Boy Scouts
Okay.
to our area.
And that event will be this Thursday at your farm. And once they do
And if
that,
you'd like to come, we'd like to make get an accurate head count for the dinner.
Okay.
So we just make sure we have everything lined up for it. So if you have any idea that you would like to participate or just make a pledge, however you'd like. But if you'd like to participate and be a part of the evening, just call us at 403-4646,
Okay.
and that's at the dealership.
Okay.
Or you can call and let the bank know at Troy Bank and Trust.
Yeah, that's 566-4000. Call 566-4000 for Troy Bank and Trust or Premier Dodge at 403-4646 to make a pledge or a donation to the Boy Scouts of America for that event. And then if you do that and you want to go to the event on Thursday, let them know so they can make a head count.
That's correct.
Yanni's is pretty good food and
Really good food, and it's going to be a nice social event, casual, nothing real fancy, but a really, really nice event, nice location.
Now, were you a Boy Scout?
I was.
Were you
Many years ago.
Were you an Eagle Scout by
No,
chance?
sir.
Okay.
I was not.
Well, I remember when I was a little kid in Luverne, I was a Cub Scout for just a small time. It wasn't, just didn't get any bigger than that. But I know several Boy Scouts in this area that I've taught that ended up being Eagle Scouts. And I know Terry Kersey at one time was a leader, Brad Bensinger, and I believe David Runyon, Dr. Runyon is involved with it.
Yeah.
And I could, Mr., I don't know who all is involved with it now, but I can remember last year I helped with a archery. They get a badge,
archery tag.
archery badge for they got to score so high. We did that at the Pike County Lake. And speaking of archery, there is an archery range at the Pike County Lake that people can go, and you just come in and sign in, and they'll get you hooked up and bring your own equipment, and you can use that for the youth, or for, if you're an adult, I think you got to have a fishing or hunting license to use it, but you can take your child out there and they can do it for free.
Listen, it's just another way to allow your children to grow up in a really great environment, learn responsibility, learn how to participate in outdoor activities. I mean, it just, and it's boy or girl, which is the nice deal. It includes everybody, and I'm just telling you, it's a well-rounded event, organization, and it's something that we feel strong about. That's why we've gotten behind it and supported it.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, call 566-4000 or stop by any branch of Troy Bacon Trust or the main branch.
I believe you can.
Okay.
But more than likely, just let's stick with the main branch.
The main branch.
Just tell them that you would like to participate in the Friends of Scouting event.
Okay. Or you could stop by Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy, or call 403-4646 for more information, and they'll be able to get you hooked up with the right information about Friends of the Boy Scouts. And there's an event this Thursday, and every now and then, Jason, I see stuff posted on Facebook. One of my favorite pictures is when you're wrapped up with 3 girls around your neck.
Man, I'm telling
Happy
you.
Father's Day.
Thanks, sir.
And
You too.
I tell you what, I've got a little girl, but girls can melt your heart. You may look like a big old grizzly bear, but we're really teddy bears when it comes to our
Man,
girls.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like it.
It's something else. And I'll go ahead and mention this. Abby, we went to church together at Goshen Methodist Church, Abby and Jody and I, and then we went to the barn and had lunch. And there's some rodeo girls at the barn. The Chandler girls can ride a horse too. And then we spent the afternoon together, and then later on went to eat at Los Hermanos, the new Mexican restaurant there by the new car wash we have in Troy. But happy Father's Day.
Thanks, sir.
And thank you for doing what you do with the Boy Scouts, trying to promote that, and what you're doing for the city of Brundage and the Brundage Business Association and the big parade this weekend in Brundage. And good luck to you. Safe travels to Oklahoma. And I've been to Fort Sill once or twice, and I haven't forgotten those days either. But let's see, we have steak sauce. This is Bordeaux's steak sauce. It's natural ingredients, and you can get them at Town and Country where you have Southern Grill and Patio. This is Sweet Island, Simply Creole, and Vintage Revenge Bordeaux steak sauce. But for coming on the show, I want you to pick you out a steak sauce. This is natural ingredients right here.
Let's try this vintage.
This one here?
Yes, sir.
This, you can get this at the old Troy Bacon, not Troy Bacon Trust, the old Troy Messenger building. They have moved their beautiful showroom for carpet and all your flooring needs, and they have multi-grills, and I got one for for my birthday last September.
Oh,
Jody
wow.
and Abby bought me a grill, and thank you for coming.
No, thank you so much.
And now you can go put a steak on the grill. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with good news and interviews. And Stay tuned.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. TPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick segment on the Brundage Country Club.
It was a practice swing, practice swing.
This is Forrest Lee. Good news? Yes. The Brundage Country Club of Brundage, Alabama is a great place to play golf. They have 9 wonderful holes. The course looks fabulous. It's located on Sarah Lott Boulevard across from the Walmart Distribution Center, about 10 miles south of Troy. But for a great place to play golf, they have, like I said, 9 holes. They open every day of the week except Monday. You can call 735-3680, 334-735-3680 for more information about membership. They have great membership variations that you can join, and they have their swimming pool has been renovated and updated. Their clubhouse has made a lot of improvements, but come to Brundage, Alabama to the Brundage Country Club and enjoy a great round of golf. And this is hole number 8 on the front 9, 17 on the back, but you're overlooking a body of water. And this is behind me, it's hole number 9, but we're on green number 8. It's a par 3. They have 2 par 3s, but wonderful place to play golf. So call 735-3680 for information about joining this club and tee times. And thank you for joining us. Gentlemen, here we are in Brundage, Alabama, where some of the best golfers in Pike County and surrounding areas play golf. And we have Nate Braystead from Jack, Alabama.
Where's that commentary coming from?
About to tee off.
Hello?
Here's the swing. And he hit it, but where did it go? Hope you enjoyed that segment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you a segment on Whaley pecans. Melissa Boatner, one of the owners, is giving us a view of what you can find at Whaley Pecans here in Troy, Alabama. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. We are at Whaley Pecans here on Brundage Boulevard in the corner of Pecan Street. With us we have Miss Melissa Boatner. Thank you for Melissa for having us.
Thank you for
and,
coming.
Whaley Pecans, y'all been in Troy, Alabama for how long?
Since 1937.
1937.
A long
wonderful
time.
place. We are in there. This is your gift shop.
Yes.
And y'all ship worldwide, but someone could come in the store and pick items up for their sweetheart, their office crew,
Yes.
or for any occasion.
Any occasion.
Yep. Well, so how did Whaley Pecans begin?
It began in 1937 by my great-grandfather. It started off as a roadside fruit stand, and
Okay.
someone asked him could he get some in-shell pecans, and of course he said yes. Then they asked him could he shell pecans, and he said yes. So I believe the first pecans were actually cracked at their dining room table, my great-grandmother and great-granddaddy's, and it grew from there. The first shelling plant was over on Love Street.
Okay.
And then from there in the early 70s, my dad and my granddad bought this property and actually cleared it with their hands. They brought their chainsaws over here and cleared the land, and then a company came in and got all the lumber, and Whaley Construction Company built the facility
Okay.
in about 1974.
Yeah. So yeah, this building was built in 1974.
74.
that we're in. Okay. Now, your dad is Mr. Bob, and your
Yes.
mother's name is
Mary
Miss Mary. What's her maiden name?
Stratton.
Stratton. Is she from this area?
She is from Troy.
Okay, Stratton. I don't think I've heard of that maiden name much. But and they have how many children?
Two.
Two.
My
And,
sister Marcia and myself.
and all y'all
We all work here.
family business. And what are your times of operation where if someone wants to come in to your gift shop and
Right.
buy something?
We're open from January until about mid-October, Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. And then mid-October through Christmas, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 until 5, or sometimes later. We're open on Saturdays during November and December.
Okay. And what is the website that someone can go to? They can type in Whaley Pecan and it'll go to their
It'll pop up.
Facebook. And,
It's www.whaleypecan.com.
okay, and it's a tremendous amount of array of items that you can
It is.
purchase,
It
or
is.
you can actually go online and buy it and send it to a loved one in
You can.
New Mexico.
You
or
can.
wherever.
We also do corporate gift list.
Okay, what are some of your special? First of all, how many different variety of pecans do y'all shell and process here?
There are
this part of-
hundreds of varieties of pecans. We typically shell probably less than 10 varieties. We shell the Elliott variety, which is my favorite. It has a high oil content, so
That's a
it
little
has
bit
that
smaller.
sweet. It's a small,
Okay.
so you get that little sweet tinge at the end. We shell commonly in the pecan market is a blend, and it's going to be a combination of like a Stewart and a Schley, maybe some seedlings thrown in there. Some Elliott's, maybe some money makers, and then the holiday nut is a desirable, and that's that big pecan that we shell primarily in November and December that we use for all of the gift items that we send out of here, and that's going to be a desirable.
So your different flavored pecans, or your different pecans that have spices, y'all do all that here?
We do
in store?
some of that here.
Okay.
We make a dill pickle pecan here. We make a mango habanero. We make our own pecan turtles. We do our own roasted pecans
Okay.
and pies, cakes, pies.
And then talk a little bit about Joe. Is it
Josie Williams.
Okay.
In 2016, we had the opportunity to acquire Josie Williams pecans. So over that summer, We moved that business from Camden, Alabama over to Troy, built a commercial kitchen and a warehouse. It was a very busy summer.
Okay.
And with that, we bake cakes and mini pecan pies and pecan pie in a jar, and we maintain that as a separate company. But it's all shipped out of this facility because we maintain the family history, because obviously family history means a lot to us.
Right.
So we maintain that as its own entity under Whaley Pecan Company.
Yeah, and we're going to scan the store in a minute, but y'all also do a type of cakes, different cakes?
We do.
Different
We do a
types?
fruit cake. Again, that's with alabamafruitcake.com, and that's a recipe from the Morgan family, and we acquired that business as well and maintain it separately, and we maintain the family history with Alabama Fruitcake. And it's a really good fruitcake. It's not fruitcake as in your traditional sense that you would think a fruitcake is. It's more of a spice cake, but it does have the candied fruit and pecans in there. It's really good.
Okay. Well, let's look at what we have in the cooler.
Okay.
Let's kind of pull things out as we talk.
Okay.
And
One of the most popular items is our 1 pound cello bag,
okay.
and these are actually desirables
Okay.
variety.
And when I cook, I use Whaley pecans. If I'm doing a rum cake, if I'm doing a pecan pie.
We have Elliott's. These are my favorite.
Okay.
The Elliott's. We also have pieces, which are good for the large pies. I like a piece in a pie. We have midget pieces, which are good for cheese balls.
Okay. This is
And-
what go ahead.
That's our pecan pies. We have 4 flavors: coconut pecan, chocolate pecan, and old-fashioned pecan.
Okay.
And praline patties.
Okay. Praline patties. We got peanut brittle, I see.
We've got
And
pecan brittle.
Wow. And I've
And-
sampled most of this stuff, so trust me, it's great.
Pecan logs.
Okay.
And let's see, we also have sweet bites. We sell a lot of sweet bites. What sweet bites are, when we do our candy pecans, these are the remnants at the bottom of the case.
Okay.
And what we do is we package them up, and they're sold at a discounted rate because it's the giblets at the bottom of the box, and it's excellent for ice cream, sweet potatoes, cereal. If you make your own granola. It's absolutely delicious. And every flavor that we carry, we have sweet bites for, and there's a limited quantity on that.
Bourbon praline. Wow. That looks delicious.
And see, here's key lime.
Wow. That comes in a 1 pound bag.
1 pound bag
Okay. With a Ziploc.
with a Ziploc on the top, so keep them in the freezer.
Get back in.
Another item we have is a 2 pound bag. That's
Okay.
quickly becoming the most popular size bag.
Are these Elliott's too?
Those are Elliott's.
These are Elliott's.
Is a 2 pound bag, and we have 2 pound of pieces as well.
Okay. All right. We're back with Whaley pecans, and now we have a pecan pie. Is that what we call a 9-inch?
This is a 9-inch pecan pie.
Okay. And now we've got a basket full of treats here, and I'm gonna hold them up and let her explain them. This is what, a praline?
Caribbean rum.
Caribbean
It's
rum.
Caribbean rum. We have praline as well. Mango habanero.
Mango habanero. This one is
That's Caribbean.
Caribbean. What is this right here?
White chocolate.
White chocolate.
White chocolate.
And this is
Milk chocolate.
milk chocolate. My favorite is right here.
The roasted and salted.
Roasted and salted pecans. Do we say pecans or pecans?
Pecans.
Pecans. And what do we have here?
That is chocolate toffee pecans.
Okay, chocolate toffee. And this one looks like maybe a
Butterscotch. Butterscotch.
And we have
A big bag of milk chocolate pecans.
milk chocolate. And up here we have, what is this up here? Beer bread?
Beer
pecan
bread.
pie?
We have beer bread. We also have pecan pie muffin mix, where all you do is you just add the wet ingredients, like the eggs or the milk, or the beer bread, just the beer to the recipe.
And we got chocolate
And
chip.
Pancake mixes on the other side.
Okay.
My favorite pancake mix is the Caribbean rum.
Okay.
It's really good.
And that's right here. Well, that's great. I'm gonna just slide this basket right back in here.
Okay.
More pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Melissa Boatner. She's the daughter of Mr. Bob and Mary Whaley. What do we have here in this area of the store?
We have our own line of jams, preserves, and syrup. We have the roasted pecan syrup. It goes great with our pancake syrup. And we have peach pecan preserves. We have a raspberry preserve, a peach bourbon preserve, and strawberry jam.
And we have oils as well.
Pecan oil over here. Pecan oil is really good to cook with. It has a higher flame point than regular, like canola oil.
What does it mean by higher flame point? Explain
It's
that
not
to
going to
us.
smoke. If you're doing like a blackened fish or blackened chicken, then your oil's not going to burn as
Okay.
fast as your regular oil. It's got a higher flame point.
And we've already talked about our cakes here. This
Cakes.
is the fruit cake. And have we got any other thing on this side?
We've got
of the-
some balsamic vinegar that's really good. We have coffee. We have a lot of items to make any kind of custom gift basket for any occasion. Right now we've got Father's Day coming up.
That's right.
So we've got some stuff that we can put together for a really good Father's Day basket.
Well, we're back with Melissa, and they make sugar-free and regular gummy bears. And is this a 1 pound bag?
It's a 1 pound bag.
1 pound bag. And let's talk about this display. I guess it's a lot of weddings this time
For
of
weddings
year.
this time of the year, we do custom labels. We can do party reveals, birthday parties, anniversaries, graduation, and we have them where you can have your own label on there. We can design it and put it on there. So for any event that we can do this.
Yeah, like if there's a grand opening at a business,
At a business.
they can
We can
They
do
can
our own
fix it.
custom label here for your own pecan pie.
And right here, these are some more. Is this dip stuff we
It
have
is.
here?
This is dip that we have. The favorite, and I may be sold out, is this. We can't keep this. This is a pineapple pecan chicken salad that you come in and you add the pineapple and the mayonnaise and the two, and it's delicious. This flies off the shelf.
And you mix that with tuna? Is that what you said?
And mix it with mayonnaise,
Oh, mayonnaise.
and pineapple.
Oh, okay.
Put pineapple in it.
Wow.
These are cheese balls. You can create cheese balls for your party. They're really good. We also have, towels, a lot of things, cookbooks down here.
Well, who's the best cook in the family?
My husband.
All right. Well, again, one thing that I love to do is make skillet pecan pies.
They're
and I will
delicious.
make 4 at a time and just, who am I going to give them to? But I always use Whaley pecans.
Thank you.
And, but ladies and gentlemen, this has been Melissa Boatner and Whaley Pecans. They're located on the corner of Brundage Boulevard and Pecan Street. And thank y'all for having us.
Thank you for
We'll
coming.
see you later on Good News and Interviews with Forrest Lee. That featured Whaley Pecan Company here in Troy, Alabama. And want to thank the Home Gallery, and I've got to echo. Our next segment is Brian McDaniels and Jackson Hardware. Stay tuned. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. We're in downtown Brundage at Jackson Hardware with Brian McDaniels, the owner. Thank you for having us, Brian.
God bless.
Tell us a little bit about Brian McDaniels.
Well, not a whole bunch. I've got about 72 years of life, but you know, where do I start? You know,
Okay.
I was born and then here I am.
Yeah. So how long have you been involved with Jackson Hardware?
Well, it's kind of funny. I purchased Jackson Hardware back in 2015,
Okay.
and as we all know, it was a centennial business in 2000. So we're 122 years and counting. And when I purchased it, it was more of a passion, I guess, to kind of see a local community, and you know, the Brundage is still very, very special and becoming more special. But I thought, you know, it'd be great. My son had an opportunity. He loved retail, and funny thing is, I retired after 20 some odd years with Kenny Campbell and KW Container, and I thought, well, that, you know, the hardware store would just be something for my son, and I'd kind of go off into the sunset with what I did for the most of my life. And the funny part is, and don't tell Kenny Campbell this, but I'm working harder now than I ever have, because it's enjoyable. You know, I'm 5-6 days a week, and you know, it's more. I dealt with more in the corporate world and corporate sales and large paint companies like Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore's, and you know, now the day-to-day and the interaction literally with people every day is just absolutely a blessing, and I really truly enjoy it. I used to say, if you love what you're doing, it's not a job, and I can say that to Kenny, because I loved what I did, but I can honestly tell you right now, this is a passion for me, and I love what we're doing here in the city.
Well, I met you last year, I believe, when you had the Memorial Golf Tournament with the Brundage Rotary Club. And who's that name for again?
It's the Botts, David Botts.
It's the Botts Memorial.
Yeah,
Tournament.
Botts Memorial.
And that's when I first met you.
You caught me a little bit on that, but it's,
Yeah.
yeah, David.
But anyway, I was working part-time at the country club at the time, and I just, hey, well, I'll come Friday and help. And then again this year, you know, y'all had a successful, I believe it was the 14th annual Botts Memorial Tournament, and the Brundage Rotary Club puts it on, and y'all fund 11 local seniors with $1,000 in scholarships each year. And there's other things that you do for the community, but that was a wonderful event. It was at the Brundage Country Club last week, and we went and featured the country club today and did a little small segment out there.
Great.
But anyway, a little bit more about Jackson Hardware. What are some of the things that y'all offer here as far as your main seller or thing?
Well, obviously, as Jackson Hardware, in the early days, it was a little bit of everything. You literally, whatever you did first part in life, whether it was a young man that wanted his first baseball glove and baseball bat, or a young girl that had her first bicycle, to bridal registry, and unfortunately in some ways, but your final destination, the caskets and basically it was a funeral home. So the early days of hardware store encompassed everything, and this was your local go-to for a department store, for building supply, for guns and ammunition, for anything else. And what I was able to do is kind of resurrect some of the tradition, bring back some of what was there, because obviously we all know what changes have come about with quote unquote the big box store, and how it's taken the small community support stores. But the good thing for us is that everyone realizes what they've lost, and to have people that truly care. You know, we don't look as a customer coming in as a transaction, we look at it as an interaction. You know, it's something where we spend the time to understand what they want or what they need, and we take the time to advise, and if we don't have the information, we'll find it. And going through the times that we're all going through right now, we're all suffering on both sides of the counter, you know, the consumer and or the retail, on supply and high cost. Well, first of all, before we even get to the high cost, is availability. You know, we deal with some of the largest distributors in the world, literally, in providing our supplies, and I think at least the last year and a half, a week doesn't go by in our orders where our orders are shorted by 30-40%. And it's not a matter of the people not trying to get, or not going out of their way not to service, they can't get the materials. And unfortunately, we all know a lot of our product comes from China, so you know, you can kind of add it up and figure out what some of the what creates some of it. But the positive side is we've all found in here we truly care about finding sourcing, and getting the things that people need. If we don't have it at that time, we will almost guarantee we'll find it somewhere at some point in time. Then you get to the cost side of it, and we're doing the best we can to manage. I hate to use the words being competitive because I don't think that's right. I think you need to trend and set a pace where you price fairly. You know, you price moderately based on what it takes to operate your business, but to get into I'm competitive, of course we're competitive, that's an easy one. But what we try to do is maintain the goods that we purchase at a moderate turn and provide the service along with how we provide the product.
What are your hours of Jackson Hardware?
Our hours, which at some point we're going to adjust as the paint crisis changes, we're going to incorporate more of our paint department into the daily environment we have. We have a full first-class paint department that will rival any paint store in Pike County, certainly. Again, the allocations and shortages, we've been doing everything we can, pedaling as fast as we can. We've been promised as of May 15th it was going to start to build up. And the reason I say that is we're going to go to different hours for our paint contractors. We're going to add some hours on the front end, so we're here. But right now we're 7:30 till 4:30, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturdays we're 8 till 12, but we're going to add some hours in the afternoon.
Right.
Shortly we'll make announcements. It'll go on our Facebook page, and it'll get out there through the messenger where we're going to open up a little bit. And really it gets down to what the community needs. We'll be open the hours. There used to be a time where Saturdays were closed down on Main Street in Brundage. You know, you might have a short business hour.
Or Wednesday afternoons.
Or Wednesday afternoons. And, you know, so, you know, times have changed, people have changed, and it gets down to offering the service and the products when they need it.
So our store phone number is what?
Of course,
Brian?
334-735-2773.
That's right. Okay, and do you have a website?
We don't have a website. We're in the midst of restructuring our Facebook page.
Facebook. Okay.
And of course that'll be Facebook. It'll be Jackson Hardware, and we're literally adding things to it as we speak right now with some of the new opportunities that we've got from products. Because again, the full line. I've had an advertisement that's been on Troy Cable for a while where I go through all of the items we have, and then at the end I said, and oh, by the way, hardware, you got that. Yeah. And and I don't mean that facetiously.
Yeah.
It's like hardware is a basic, steady kind of like, you got to have all the nuts and the bolts and the screws and the fasteners and all that good stuff. But what drives people in DIY or even certainly the contractor side is having a little bit of everything they need, whether it's the mud that goes on a Wolford drywall or the drywall or the Hardy backer or the OSB or whatever sort and size of lumber. So our intent is to make sure we cover the boilerplate or the basic items, and then we have access. It's kind of like a virtual warehouse. We have access to our large suppliers that some of them are no more than 20 minutes away in lumber, where we can provide any size, any bundle at any point in time. If they need a dozen of something or one or two, we've got a majority of the common sizes, but we make sure we've got capability to get the timber, the different 2x or 1x, all the sizes within maybe same day.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to feature some more of the items you'll see inside of Jackson Hardware. Okay.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Mr. Brian McDaniels of Jackson Hardware, and we're in the paint section.
We are.
This is like your feature.
It's
one
part
of the big
it.
features.
It is absolutely part of it. We basically build a convenient kiosk here for our clients to come in the front, service them, come around. We've got our mixing tint machines that will provide a match or a color. If later on we maybe scan, you can see the color gallery that allows all the different types of tints and colors that anyone would want. We carry the Valspar line, which is a very, very high-end type line. We carry it in different levels, so there's some lower cost for the professional, the contractor. Basically, when you look at paint, it gets down to how many years you want to take before you paint each coat. Paint is paint, as my friends have told me over the years. But your viscosity will basically provide longer or shorter term for when you have to cover it again.
Yes.
And certainly the more coverage you have, the less you're going to have to worry about washing it. And so we kind of make sure we carry everything from, if somebody really wants that really pristine, perfect paint, literally we have a brand called Pristine. And then of course we've got all the wood stains and all the matching varnishes, the clear coats. And our primary goal here in this area, and yes, we're Jackson Hardware, but we're also Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center. As if anything, we could be just a paint store basically on this side, but we've incorporated into the building supply along with lumber and roofing supply and all other items. So this is a great place to start because this is kind of the newest section of what we had. The old Jackson Hardware, this used to be kind of the gift center along this area here.
We're back with Brian McDaniels of Jackson Hardware, and we are in the heart of the store here. Talk to us a little bit about this section.
Well, this section, actually this is the oldest section. There's some great pictures in the history and the archives. In fact, I think Troy Messenger has of this aisle. And at some point, if you get a shot of that back door there, that's been here for 122 years. And you'll see Hatcher Jackson and Bill Jackson and Judy Jackson and all different staged at different years where that door's in the background. It's kind of funny. Now it's kind of been changed through here because we added more marketing space. And the uniqueness of this building, it actually at one point was 3 separate buildings. So we have transitions between each building, and there were sets of doors, sets of doors, sets of doors. So now we've incorporated it all into one big facility.
Yes.
But obviously our cash drawers here, and our cash register I should say, our guns, ammunition, everything is in this area. We have our PPE, personal protection equipment. Of course, our hardware's down through here, and you can see the paint store in the background. And maybe later, if you got it, our lawn and garden care and everything's on this side here. So it's kind of the heart and soul of the store.
Yeah, you make keys as well. You can make
We
keys.
do. That's always that's a daily, almost an hourly project for us.
All right, Brundage Gothic. We're at the Jackson Hardware store. I'm Forrest Lee. Brian McDaniels, American Gothic in Brundage, Alabama.
But I thought it was a female and a male.
Yeah, well, we're both guys.
We're both guys,
Yeah.
for sure.
We're in the courtyard of Jackson Hardware. Tell us a little bit of what we got back here, Brian.
Well, what we got out here, we got a combination of lumber, drywall, concrete, your Quikrete, any number of things. Our plumbing supply, PVC, our hosing. The outside warehouse here is a little chaotic right now because we're getting ready to put some new cantilever racks to kind of add a little bit more inventory, basic inventory, because the lumber crisis has gotten a little bit easier. So we're going to make sure we got a little bit more out here. But like I said, it's a little chaotic here. But outside, we've got outside buildings that will warehouse. We've got new docks coming in right now, where most of our dry goods, our white wood will go. Everything out here is pretty much going to be your treated lumber.
Okay, and we'll go. Are we live? Is this a nail puller?
Yeah, it is. You put out the bucket and we weigh it.
Wow. And there's another one.
We still provide the service that people want. We sell it in buckets or we sell it by the pound. And the history on this is beyond anything I've ever seen. This has been in here, I would say, almost since the inception. I looked at replacing these, and they still make them, but they're very unique to make them this way. But we still kind of keep that as a trend in here. The people are used to that, and I'll never take it away from them. They can still buy in bulk, or if they want to buy the pound, we'll sell it by the pound.
There we go. We're at Jackson Hardware in Brundage, Alabama. And Brian, we're at a door that's been here for 122 years, and it's still functional.
And I just don't have the heart to replace it. We're going to refinish it and make it look brand new. But 122 years of people passing this portal, coming in the back, going out the front, or coming in the front, going out the back. So we're proud of this little section, actually.
All right.
Right in.
Good.